take out like mad water here. Okay, I see 2 people. I don't know if the chat's working or no one's just saying hi. Bye. Hi. Hey, Omar. I feel like y'all real sleep today. Like, I feel like yesterday y'all were like, oh, yeah, let's just do it again tomorrow. I feel like y'all sleep today. Y'all tired today. Probably bad. That's what I'm thinking. Everybody was like around 8:30 for Sunday. And I'm like, okay, well, 8:30. Y'all sleep. There's 7 people here. I don't think anybody feels like typing, y'all. If y'all sleep, just put the Z button in the just put the sleep emoji up there. If y'all just want to go to bed, because I know it's Sunday. Some of y'all went to church. Some of y'all did other things. Hi, lamb skewers. So we'll see if any of y'all feel like sitting through talking and chatting about the most recent things happening in K-pop or not. Good evening, Tracy. So I think this is probably about as live as it's going to get. 7 people. 8 people. The print is really... Hold on, let me pull this chat up so I can actually see what y'all are saying, because it's super small for me. I'm not going to butcher your name, but it starts with a K. Hey. Party of 8. For real. That's what we're looking at. Hi, Jocelyn. The Blackpink one, I'm actually literally in the process of uploading now. So I have my other computer that's super slow, but it is actually uploading now. So that's what I have. I did. Well, of course, BTS one already came out, and so Blackpink is next. I do have one for Chen since he's dropping an album. The next one I'm going to work on is SuperM. But more so SuperM's like how they're feeling, I guess, individually. Hi. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on them. Hey, Moonlight. Well, I guess, this is about as, like I said, this is about as live as it's going to get. So if you guys have any questions or if there's anything you guys want to talk about, please feel free to start. If not, it's Sunday. I understand. I'll work on an AT's reading. Yes, I will work on an AT's reading for you guys who like AT's. What's the name of AT's fan base? Do they have a name? Is it like a teeny? Is that it? Or am I making stuff up? I don't know. Okay. So it is like a tiny, it's a teeny. Okay. Y'all, I feel bad. It's like 80, y'all. I feel like I woke y'all up. Can you eventually do one on Leehee and who she's dating? This is non K-pop, but I'm wondering how the J-Lo Shakira halftime performance will go. Your live will be about responding to questions on. I don't know. Someone already asked, but what if Becky G really think of her collab? That's a good question, actually. And I'm trying to figure out, should I do like a recorded video of that, or I should just pull some cards now about it? Well, let me try this deck. It's kind of. Let me see if I get anything out of this deck. Anything coherent. Okay, so more so about J Hope. She actually felt like he was quite mature. So I have the Light and Darkness, which is also about ancestors and learning from your ancestors. But in this case, just learning from somebody um different than you. Hope he's not older than her, right? She's older than him though, right? We also have Dark Moon Maturism growing up. So it seems like she felt like he was very experienced, that he had a lot to teach her, that he was just a very um, mature type of person in the way he handled business and such things. Let me do J Lo and them for her. What deck? Did I move all my tarot decks? Okay. So how will J Lo and Shakira's halftime performance go? Um, right now I'm getting it'll be sexy, but how will it be received by the public? It'll be received pretty. Mm, I'm kind of seeing a little bit of mixed results actually. Okay, so you guys know how basically like TV or probably news stations and things like that, they'll gas it up, but then the actual people are like, no, this mess sucked. I think it's gonna be like that. But hey, don't quote me. This is what I got. This is what I feel like it's how it's gonna go for them. Oh, she's younger. I thought she was older. I don't know why. Oh wow, she's the same age as Jungkook. Yeah, she felt like that's why. Okay, so yeah, she definitely felt like she was looking up to somebody older than her. That there was a lot to learn from him, a lot of professionalism that he had. So yeah. Hey Amber. Let's see. Putting a card aside from what the cards tell you, do you feel that BTS will be expulsed from BTS, or will they disband? BTS doesn't seem like the group that will disband as of yet, which is why it kind of throws me off when I kind of see it in the cards. Not that I don't believe that, eventually this is going to happen. It's just like, like I feel like sometimes I'm getting messages and I'm like, but is this really happening in the next 3 months, or is this going to be next year in this month? Like what is going on? I naturally feel like BTS is going to last like 2 to 3 more years at least. But when I read the cards. See, a lot of times when I read tarot or oracle cards, they come out different than how I'm thinking or how I feel. So that's how I genuinely feel about it. I feel like they're gonna last like 2-3 more years, but I never know. That was a good question, by the way. I like that question. Silently, no, I never catch you live. Well, you got me today. Oh, girl, I was gonna say Jungkook and J Hope are not the same age. Let me see. Oh, so all of you who watched the BTS reading, the Blackpink one is about to drop, and I know some of y'all may not be Blinks because I know Blinks and Army got beef like all the time. But by the way, Amber I do think arts is going to have a big open a lot of new doors for you. So if you want to go into arts, the cards are kind of saying that that's a good opportunity for you to take up. So if that's what you want to do, yeah. Yeah. You're going to have to overcome any doubts that you have. And if you're going to pursue it hard. You're welcome. Yeah, so if y'all watch, because it took me I took a little nap earlier, and then after I thought about it, after I thought about the reading, I'm like, wait a minute, something's adding up here. Something's adding up here. But for all the armies or everyone who watched the BTS one, go and watch the Blink one when it the Blackpink one when I upload it. And just wait till December comes around and see if something makes sense or something clicks to y'all, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. Is BTS gonna enlist together? I don't know. There's somebody who really does not want to enlist. Seriously does not want to enlist. Oh no, I think we said that was Jin, wasn't it? Who really doesn't want to enlist? I'm hoping they don't run away, whoever this member is. If it's not, Jin, they don't try to run away from military service because, of course, they have to do it. And I just don't want them to receive that kind of backlash. But, yeah, they really don't want to. If anybody's going, it's one member that I'm seeing so far. I don't think they're going to enlist together. Why am I'm getting a Knight of Pentacles for some reason. Why am I getting a Knight? Usually, okay, so how I do kings, queens, knights, and pages, I kind of do them as age brackets. Queen is just a female version of king, of course, but I'll do king is oldest, and then knight is maybe a middle age or the same age as the person I may be reading for, and then page means younger. So if I get a knight, and we're talking about BTS, it means to me someone who's in the middle age group of the members. But yeah. This is the type of reading that I'd actually probably have to actually concentrate on. Because sometimes when I have more time to really concentrate on it, it becomes a little more accurate. Like how I was able to predict Jimin and Dio go into the military I predicted that last December. But love your energy. Nice, thanks. Thank you, Tabitha. Why can't I do? Okay, so Gucci Gobbles, who asked me Rose and Jungkook. a lot of people ask me about BTS and Blackpink ships all the time, and then like BTS ships within the group all the time, and it's always the same questions and same answers. So I stopped responding to them. So that's why, when you guys are asking me, um, I don't answer sometimes, because it does get repetitive, and it's not your fault, because I know some of you don't know that I've answered them before. But if it was a thing, trust me, I'd have a video uploaded that said this couple, or I'd probably just wait until it blows up. I'm not gonna lie. So if I didn't tell you, I'll just probably wait until, if there's something, it'll blow up, or I will just make a video like, girl, I think these two are together. So plus, ships are kind of endless. And originally, when I started this channel, I love to do ships, because I was more of a shipper back then. And I just love to like debunk, and not debunk, I actually love to prove and debunk ships. So I was like, okay, let's go through the group. Let's see who's real, who's not real. I used to do that. I had fun doing that, like when I first started. And that was a way that I used to practice Harold, just by being nosy and annoying. So that's what I did for myself. And then I'm like, well, I know there are a lot of people who have these same questions about these same ships, and that's why I started doing that. So a lot of my older videos are like that, but it's kind of changed and evolved and grown a little bit with my mentality. So I don't do it too much, because then I get a whole lot of the same ones over and over again. I know that was a long explanation, but yeah, Jocelyn about Jin being scared about the military. Yep. Yeah. I don't know what he gonna do about that, because he gotta go. Especially since they put BTS on blast about like whether or not they would go to the military. So Amber, yes, I did hear about Cupcake quitting music. Something wrong. I'm actually really worried about whatever's going on with her, because I mean, I know that she has mental issues. And this is not a joke. This is not something that's funny. She does have, I can't think of the words, or something that makes it sound a little better, but she does have mental problems. And so it's concerning to see. It's very concerning to see. She's a very talented artist, but I mean, she definitely deserves a backlash for everything that she said, because you're not going to sit there and be, racist and then not expect to get backlash for the things that you do. So you have to be held accountable for the things that you do as an adult. I'm just worried about her just general mental state. So I hope she gets help. Hey, Sandra Martinez. If I'm quiet, y'all, I'm just reading your comments. From what I've read on V before, lots of times he does have depression. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in and out of these modes, at all. G-Min and Tay have a complicated relationship. And it's probably, I'm going to say that it's like exactly what you think it is, like a push and pull kind of thing. It's just that they both want different things. Girl, I don't know if Jungkook's tattoo is fake. I really don't. I hope it is. I hope it is. I haven't looked at him long enough to say if it's fake or not. I hope it is. I really do. Will G-Dragon comeback be a success? I get the Hermit, so I don't know if he's gonna come back so soon. I don't know if he's gonna come back so soon. Like, I mean, he may be back, but I don't know if he'll drop music so soon. Well, I get the Seven of Cups in reverse. Wait, no, it's not reverse. I get the Seven of Cups. So he may. I don't know. I'm not usually used to reading with his energy. Reading on his energy. Yeah, he's gonna have. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like he may be forced to, but I don't think he wants to release music so soon after coming out the military. He's out the military, right? I don't really keep up with him. I just feel like he doesn't really want to, but he has to, kind of thing. Mm. Who's your bias in Blackpink? Okay, so I have an interesting relationship with Blackpink. Blackpink is one there I like maybe one to two of their title songs, and then that's literally it. I have no other relationship with them. But my bias was Rose and then Jenny. And then now I think it's hard. It's between both of them. Rose and Jenny are like my bias, and I can't say my bias and bias record because they're like always continuously switching. So I can't. I'm just gonna settle on Jenny as my bias. Actually, no, I can't. I'm trying. I can't. They're just both my biases because Rose is like super pretty, and then it's just like Jenny's super pretty and she can rap, and then I just like him. I just like him. Those two. Let's see. I hope 21 gets back together. Um, I really do hope 21 gets back together. I love them. I used to be, God, that was a long time ago. Oh my God. Okay, so I don't, I used to be like a fan of 21, and I was one of those people like my years ago that was always having beef with songs. But then at the same time, like I was always over there at Girls' Generation stuff as well. Like it was one of them things where I was over there like I'm gonna hate on them right now. Play the song. This is kind of a bop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't hate. So I would just sit there and just be mad. I don't know. I used to be into the like fan war things because back then I was like on my little edgy thing. I'm like, they're too cute. Like, they're too cute. Why are they always so cute? I like bad girls, whatever. So, anyway, I digress because that had nothing to do with anything. Let's see. Normani's was scheduled to perform something and it got canceled. See, y'all about to make me go back and watch my Normani reading to see if anything. Did I drop a Normani reading? I wonder if anything showed up in that. Let me see if any of my oracle cards can tell me why that happened. Any thoughts on Lizzo? Love her. I love Lizzo. Um, so far, I wonder. I'm kind of getting a feeling like she was supposed to perform someone and someplace, and she possibly dropped out because she felt like she was worth more than what they were either giving her, or they may have been treating her away, and she was like, you know what? Um, let me see. The unexpected acceptance. But why? The path. So, okay, this was a sudden change. She wasn't expecting it. I don't know why. I would actually literally have to do actually really go into Normani's energy and do a reading to see what really went on here. Because I'm seeing like a bit of her feeling like she's worth being treated better. So it could be like they canceled it out of random, and then she's like, you know what, I deserve better anyway, so I'm not about to fight over this. I don't know. I'd have to go more into that when I actually have the time and energy to sit in her energy and be like, okay, what's going on, sis? You know what I mean? What's going on? What happened? Um, it's fake. Watch TikTok video. What's fake? Catalina. Okay, let me see. It says, "Can I tell you what I think about Jimin and Taeyong relationship, and you'll tell me if I'm hot and cold?" Sure, I guess. Shoot, I love Rose. I love Rose. Yeah, Rose is adorable. Rose, Rose, Rose. Okay, it's Rose, right? Rose, because I've like literally always called her Rose. I was just like, oh, it's Rose, 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 Rose. Let's see. Well, I just okay. I had that same when Jenny's song solo dropped. I was like, eh, okay, but I do like her in the group. I like what she brings to the group personally, but that's just my personal opinion. I wasn't too big on her solo too much because I just felt like the song, and it had nothing to do with her. It was just like the song was very flat. The beat was very flat. It was just there. It had too much empty space in it, and it wasn't filled with enough singing or rapping for me to actually quite enjoy it, or musical layers in general. Let's see. Let's see. I think anything that BTS drops is going to be bigger than the last thing that they dropped. Absolutely. Um, so with their next comeback being bigger than Boy with Love, probably, unless they like really go completely left field, which they often do with their next comeback, and then it's just like people are like, okay, wait, what is this? Because they have Boy with Love right after what Fake Love, and those two were like two opposite sides of the spectrum. Oh, okay, the tattoo. Okay. Yeah, that's fake. That's good. Camilla and Ariana, I don't want to be shady and say Ariana can do much better, but both of them kind of share a similar aesthetic. So let's see. But that may be one thing that would probably make Ariana not want to collab with her if they have a similar aesthetic. Because I don't know, I don't think Ariana would want somebody with a similar aesthetic to kind of be in her shine, like kind of try to be in her, to share the spotlight with. That's what I want to say. I'm getting the Hangman, so I'm not sure. It's something that is not a complete no, but not a complete yes either. I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest. Don't know. I do not think SuperM is going to take over BTS internationally. Not at all. Here's what I think about SuperM, and it's because of the way SM handles things. I think SuperM is like going to probably get a lot of business deals, just get a lot of hype via people signing them, being people working with them. But as when it comes to popularity and international popularity, I don't think they're gonna get it. They're not gonna be like BTS. Yeah. And the Knight of Pentacles comes out, and it says the same thing that I always say, is that SM kind of constantly sticks to the same exact formula every single time. So it's still a wash, rinse, and repeat kind of cycle for them and their artists. So, for me personally, my personal opinion on when Super M dropped the thing, I'm like, you didn't need to put all of these mixed members in one group. But then I'm like, okay, well, let's see what they do. And it just kind of made me think of a regular EXO come back and just like how EXO does their things, like when they do their dance videos, and even let's see, Taemin's Ace, where it just all looked the same. Where the dance video where Taemin, Kai, and Ten are together, it looked like Taemin's, I believe, Ace video. It just looked like all of the same videos that they use to highlight and spotlight SM's dancers, but it's like the same routine over and over and over again. So this big hype of this international group, I feel like they didn't take enough time to study what international fans who are not used to K-pop would like, and they just kind of re-put out a typical SM song, or we're putting out a typical SM song with a typical SM trailer and a typical SM cut with a typical SM comeback coming out. Not saying it's bad, it's just the same thing that they usually do, in my opinion. Okay. When will Blackpink debut? What? Hold on. Bobby's been looking really upset since I've been left. Like mad. Will he leave? I'm gonna be real, I hope so. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, for Bobby and leaving, I don't see him leaving soon, but I do see it eventually. I do have the Chariot that does come out at the end of a whole bunch of series of events. So I don't know how soon that will be. I do see a leave, but probably not so soon. Let's see. Am I into burning candle magic? That's an interesting question. To a degree, I guess. White candle magic, yeah. But I don't delve too much into that, honestly. I try to stick to my cards and that's it. I'm not big on delving too far into those things because I already have had and continue to have my spiritual experiences. I just don't feel like sort of opening ways. Sorry, I hit my camera. To connect that deeply on certain levels. I'm like, okay, this is enough. This is fine. Let's see. I don't know, because I feel like Normani, I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna say no, not anytime soon. I could be wrong, but take everything with a grain of salt. But I don't think anytime soon. Let me try a different deck. Oh my god, I can't flip over. Oh my god, this won't shuffle. Okay. Catalina says SM focused on K-pop fans, not the general public. Exactly. But SM, the thing is about SM has made it very clear that they never cared about international, Western, more so, international fan bases. And so it's kind of sudden for them to try to break into that industry. So anyone who's been following SM artists for a while, no, for the Normani question, I'm not seeing anything, or at least not a win for anything really, really, really big so soon. I could be wrong, but that's my answer. So I hope that helps. But what was I saying? Yeah, SM never used to add subtitles to their music videos, like they like in English. Like SM never cared about westernized fans. So, and they're so, like I said, they're so used to a certain routine. They have a certain formula for how they do their groups, produce their groups, and put their groups out, that even though they're trying to make this big change, it's just a difficult pattern for them to break. Yeah. How did I get into tarot reading? Great question. So I got into tarot reading because I used to. Okay, so I got to a stage in my life, I think maybe 3 years ago, I would say, where I just knew I was being called to something greater. And it was such an annoying feeling. Like, usually people have these romanticized stories of, like, I'm called to something higher purpose, higher, greater. It was annoying for me. It was annoying for me because I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't want to see ghosts. I'm like, I don't want to see ghosts. I don't want to work with dead people. I don't want to, like, this is not something that, I'm like, I love my scary movies. I love my little ghost stories. I love those, but that doesn't mean I want to be a part of that. That doesn't mean that's what I, want to do. But I'm like, I was started seeing the numbers. Oh, thank you, Machio. Heart. It really helps out. It helps out a lot for my channel and me. Thank you. But yeah, so I kind of started getting these seeing the numbers, like, like 111s, 444s, all of these repeated numbers. I kept like swearing like I was just hearing these messages, like, and I'm like, okay, what is it? What is it? So I started watching tarot videos, and I was very much attracted to Zunilda. So for those of you who know Zuni, who does tarot reading, I always watched her videos, and eventually I'm like, let me just get a deck. One day I was at work. I was in the middle of work, and I'm at my desk and I'm typing and I'm, doing up these stuffs, and I'm sitting there, and it's just like my mind is like, get a tarot deck. Get you a deck. We're trying to speak to you. Get a deck. And I'm like, okay. And that's how I did it. I got an oracle card, which was Angels of Abundance. And then I got I think it's like something like the Beginner's Tarot. Those are the two decks that I got. And I started working with those from there. Of course, I did the thing where I brought it into my office and everybody was scared of it. But I had one friend that supported me, and she came into my office and she sat down, she said, okay, read for me. Just can you do a reading practice? I'm like, I'm not good. I don't want to, she's like, it's okay, fine. Practice on me. I'm here. Like, and she was really awesome. Really awesome. So that's how I got into that. Let's see. Jimin and Taehyung are evading each other on purpose. I think that someone told them to keep it low or whatever they had or have on camera, because at some point it was evident feeling that we can't control ourselves in front of camera. You're actually kind of cold. You're like lukewarm with Jimin and Tae's issue. The only thing, you know what? I'm going to tell you one thing. and you can figure it out or make up whatever you would like from there. What I know about, allegedly, what I've read about their relationship. Let me not say I know, because I don't know. I don't know nothing. Okay, what I read about their relationship is, I'll say, one wants something different than the other. They're not on the same page. Okay, so there you go. J-Hope was supposed to collab with another artist for Chicken Noodle Soup. Okay, so he was. Is that confirmed? BTS Moonlight? Because there was like, I know I did a reading before, and I was like, there was something different, or there was some sort of change that there was supposed to be. So it wasn't that I was trying to say that that it wasn't going to happen, but there was something that was supposed to be different that changed for his song release. So let me know, BTS Moonlight, if that's true or not, if that's actually proven or not. Let's see. Oh, so Machi L. It says, tarot is so interesting. Have you ever had experiences you can share where, let's see. Y'all, this font is so small. Where you felt that you had a deep empathic connection to others, or predictions of some sort? I had my first actual vision of the future with the girl that, my coworker, who actually believed that I could read tarot, and she was so encouraging, and she was so open and beautiful. So she sat down with me, and she had me read for her all the time. And one day I was shuffling, and it was a day I was getting a little frustrated, because I'm like, I don't think any of this makes sense. Da, 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 da. And I'm shuffling. I'm like, let me just, okay, I'll pull for you. I'll read for you. I was getting a little frustrated with her. It wasn't her fault. I just felt like I wasn't really improving. And so I was shuffling, and I got these cards, and then it was like I kind of drew this blank. Like my head went, like it was like I wasn't there. And I remember seeing this club, and I remember seeing a fight between a man and a bouncer and a wife. I remember seeing a brick wall, like almost like a side alley, and a car, and a woman, like a businesswoman, stepping out. And so I explained all of this to her. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm like, because I zoned out. She's calling my name. I'm just sitting there like this, like spaced out. And she's like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, hold on, girl. Hold on. Wait a minute. Like, this is some crazies. There's some crazy that's going on. And then I explain to her what I'm seeing. And she tells me, well, I have a meeting at this club, next week for, this, that, and the third. And I'm going with this man and this woman. Mind you, this man and this woman is who I saw fighting with a bouncer. Well, it was really the man fighting with the woman, and the bouncer interrupting and fighting with the man. So this is what I was telling her that would happen. And I felt like I was in her place, who was near a bar stool. So she was a distance away from them, but I was looking at those people fighting. It was really crazy. And I explained all of this to her. And then I told her basically advice on what she should do and whatever. So here's the thing. The day that she goes, I think it was the day that she goes, it doesn't happen. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess, whatever, guess it didn't happen. So 3 months later, because it was supposed to happen that week, 3 months later, she calls me and she's like, girl, those two got into a fight at a bar, and the bouncer da. And so everything happened, except the situation changed, because since I told her about it, I don't know, I can't remember if she didn't go or she went and something changed, but it didn't happen while she was there. It didn't happen while she wasn't there. So it was really interesting. And then another one that I had about the businesswoman, she ended up coming into her life. She met this businesswoman. It was weird. So that was the first vision that I've had. I think the second, did I have another one? The second one was about Jungkook. I just saw him for whatever reason, but he was gaming, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop reading on him now, because I don't care to see him. now. I'm like, why am I? Because I was doing readings with someone, and there was a lot of people who were asking me about Jungkook at that time. So when I constantly do readings on people or certain people over and over and over again, I start to literally see them or see their lives or see events in their lives. So I was literally just seeing Jungkook gaming, and I'm like, this isn't even relevant. Like just gaming and watching YouTube. I'm like, this isn't even relevant. Well, it was slightly relevant, but I'm like, okay. But those are the only two that I've ever had. Oh God. Okay, it's a lot of comments. I'm sorry. Let me try to catch up. For all the ones asking about Blackpink and BTS and Blackpink X BTS, remember to watch, if y'all are blinks, watch the BTS reading, and then when I drop this Blackpink reading, see if something comes up for y'all. I'm not gonna say nothing on the live though. Luna, yeah, Zuni is dope. Let's see. The collab for Chicken Noodle Soup was supposed to be on Hope World. Oh, okay. Yes, J-Hope mentioned in his V-Live that he sent the song to another artist. They never replied. Oh, wow. Okay, so this makes so much sense because I'm like, something is wrong. Like, y'all asked me the other live. I'm like, something is wrong. Like, it wasn't supposed to be the way it is. Like, something went wrong, something had to change. And I felt bad because somebody was like, I don't know if I could trust you because you were wrong on this. And I'm like, well, I can be wrong on a lot of things. If something happens that I predict, it just happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we brush it off and just keep it moving. That's why I love tarot. It's kind of fun. Like, let's see, I like to kind of tally up what I get right, and just see where I was off with what was wrong. So that's really helpful and encouraging information for me, even though, I was a little off, I guess, possibly. I love to hear that kind of feedback so I know what I need to pay attention to or how to clarify things that I'm misunderstanding in my readings. So thank you so much for that information. Let's see. Monster X is, I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to upload it. Omar, I'm going to upload a video, a career reading on Monster X so we can find out if it's going to continue to go well. I did a reading on Monster X that I did not film at all. So what they are going through right now, just to let you guys know who care about Monster X, is they're having money issues and company issues with newer companies that they signed up to. So it's financial issues that may be coming through that's happening right now, that is actually stressing them out. So yeah. Let's see. Chicken Noodle Soup should be in the Hobie mixtape, but for X reason he couldn't throw it. That's why he collaborated with Becky G now. He couldn't throw it? What? But for X reasons, he couldn't throw it. Am I an atheist? I was going to say no. Okay, I'm not an atheist. I used to be Christian, and then I just kind of got tired of Christianity. I didn't believe in the things that, more so, I just did not like a lot of the hate that I did see in the Christian religion. There's so much homophobia. It was so much toxicity within the Christian religion, misogyny, homophobia, so on and so forth, toxic masculinity, patriarchy. All of that was just so prominent within the Christian religion, especially from the churches that I went to, that I felt off. There was no lack of belief in God or a higher power that is there. So no, I'm not atheist. I have very clear experiences with spirituality. You know, I have seen real ghosts in my life, so I can't knock another world or other dimensions or however you see it being real or existing. They're very real to me. I've experienced it myself. So no, I can't be atheist. I'm not atheist, but I won't say I belong to an actual religion. Let's see. And that was a very good question. Thank you. I like that question. Satanyam. Okay, so let's see. Text energy reading. I will work on a text reading as well. Are they still sick? I'll do a text reading as well. I'm gonna try to get as many of these K-pop groups out that I can. No problem, Machi. Thank you for the questions. Let's see. If I knew how to pronounce your name, Tiblachu, let's find out. We may have to wait till December to find out, but I don't know. I don't know. Muna, please kill it. Please kill it. Oh, my cat is worthless. Anyway. My next video, I'm going to drop it tomorrow if I can get it like fully exported tonight. But I plan on dropping it tomorrow. I don't know if BTS will collaborate with Justin Bieber. Muna, did you get it? You're fired. I'm not paying you. Okay. No, I don't see a collaboration with them, with BTS and Justin Bieber. Will I do an individual? Yeah, I'll try to do an individual reading for each member. Yeah. I'm with you on the real religion thing. Yeah. That's kind of like how I feel about it. Oh, I can do a reading on Chang'e. I will put that on my to-do list. The only one that you can stand is Jisoo out of all of the Blackpink. Jisoo seems quiet. I don't know why she comes off as quiet to me. But I don't know the group. I really don't pay that much attention. I just watch those two. I've just seen those two music videos and I'm like, those two. I like those two. Let me ask y'all something. Man, if I used emojis, I would be able to ask y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me look at these emojis here. Okay. Dang. No, did my computer freeze up? Okay. How many of you guys are Blinks and how many of you are Army? Let me see. What emoji for Blinks? What emoji? I want to do an emoji for Blinks. Oh, do the nail emoji if you're a Blink. Like if you're purple hearts. And purple hearts for BTS. Because I'm very curious because I feel like the majority of the people in here are Blinks and Army. Oh, it's a lot of Army. Oh, okay. So my for multi fans, just drop a flower. Ooh, cute. So I have mostly Army in here. That's fine. Hey, a multi-stand. Oh yeah. Okay, I have some XOLs in here too. It's nice to see some XOLs in here. Because I know y'all hate it, but I like both BTS and EXO. So I'm like, y'all know I'm a fan of both of them. So, oh, what's that? What's that? What the heck is it? Y'all, I'm old. I don't use emojis. Oh, mom, babies, hey. That's all right. So yeah. Okay. All right. So now I know. So I got multis, blinks, and armies, but mostly armies. That's awesome. It's still awesome. Thank you guys for coming and watching my video. So anyway, continuing on. Just a blink, but I respect. Girl, shower right here. Shower right here. Shower right here. Hardcore shower. Shoot, y'all don't see it no more, but like even in my old YouTube account that I used to, I started off tarot reading. My icon is Junghyun because he is my ult. He's always been my ult from the day that I saw Shiny. It was always him, and it will always be him. So that's my baby. Always been a Shao. But anyway, I digress. Girl, I thought that said mad respect for the princesses of K-pop. I was gonna laugh. I'm not gonna lie, because those are my princesses, my princes and my princesses. Those are my babies. Who is my bias in BTS? My bias in BTS is J-Hope. Originally, my bias was okay. So Namjoon brought me into BTS because I always heard this rap monster, and then what really got me is seeing Dance Monster, and I'm like, okay, I gotta find out who they are. My original bias was Jimin. He was my first bias. I was like, I love Jimin. I loved Jimin. Still love Jimin. I love Jimin. And then J-Hope came, and I don't know how that happened. Like, I'm over here standing Jimin, and then J-Hope knocked the wind out of me, and I'm like, ever since then, like, there is no looking back. It was just J-Hope, and that's kind of how that happened. Who is my twice bias? So my twice bias is now officially like Geo is at the top, and then it's like Jonghyun. Y'all know I can never pronounce her name. I'm so sorry, baby. Jonghyun, and then it's like Dahyun and who are the rappers? The bunnies, the cute, the bunnies with the cheeks, and I think they're the rappers. Dahyun and Cheon. I don't know their names, so I'm so sorry. But those four, I have four in Twice. Four. Four. Um, Blackpink was Jennie and Rose. Rose was the first one that caught my eye because I just thought she was so pretty and she's so soft looking and so cute. I'm like, she is so adorable. Who is she? And I'm like, she's my bias. And then Jennie started rapping in, I think it was like do 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 do. And I was like, I mess with her. I have to remember not to curse. I'll be like, I mess with her. I mess with her heavy. So those are my biases in that group. Yeah. I actually got into BTS because of Shiny. I watched Sarage because of Minho and ended up falling in love with V. Yeah. Oh, God. I forgot. Okay. So V was also. Okay. Wait a minute. I can't remember if V came after Jimin or before Jimin. Okay. Jimin was my bias. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know how I forgot that. Then V was my bias. V was my bias. B was my bias for a very, very long time after Jimin. So it was like V who actually took me from Jimin, and then J-Hope took me from V. That is the order. That is the order that it went. Okay, so it was those three. I don't know how I forgot that, but like I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like V has been sort of fading to the background for whatever reason. Like kind of like I don't know. There's something about V. Like some of y'all were picking up on it earlier, but let me zoom in so I can actually read these comments. Let's see. I'm an army, but I appreciate GOT7. Same. I appreciate GOT7 too. My favorite in GOT7 is Young J. I absolutely love Young J. When he started laughing, that's when he just became my favorite member. And then I have a thing for Mark. So it's like Young J and Mark are my favorite, but I also like Jin Young, but I also like JB. I'm just gonna stop there. But my bias in GOT7 is Young J. And nobody asked, but my bias in Monster X is I Am. Okay, let me catch up because y'all's is typing. Let me see. Let's see. Is Wonho from Monster X genuine with his feelings to his fans since the Sasang had been spreading rumors that he is like how he acts on camera compared to how he really is off camera? Is he two-faced? That's true. My sister was like, how can a Sasang decide that? I will say this. If it is coming from a Sasang fan, whatever side of Wonho that he showed to her is not a reliable source because that's someone who is not respecting his privacy or his space. So if he shows her an ugly side of him, it was well deserved. So I would not take her seriously. Wonho has, okay, so what I'm getting, I have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and Ace of Cups upright. He is not two-faced, but when he's really, really tired, he does not have the energy to be to really be so tolerant. Not nice, but to be so tolerant towards, invasive behavior. The Ace of Cups is here to just say he's full of lots of love and emotion for fans. It's actual genuine emotions and feelings. Mm-hmm. So to the answer, no, Wonho is not two-faced. He's actually very genuine about his feelings, and he's filled with a lot of feelings. Let's see. Yeah, all of BTS is pretty awesome. So I understand not being able to choose a bias. Let's see. Thoughts on Gio and Daniel. I hope I hope their relationship is healthy. I hope their relationship is healthy. I believe I uploaded a romance reading on them. Muna, if you let that little spider get in here and crawl on me, I swear. Girl, we need to fire this cat, man. I'm gonna get a new one. Let's see. Oh, were I ever into TVXQ? Okay. I was. I loved TVSQ. I usually call them DBSK. I absolutely loved them. Unfortunately, my bias was Yushin. I absolutely loved him. And he just, I mean, I don't know how much lower he can flop. Like, he just plummeted. And I'm just like, dang, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just dang, bruh. I don't think there is a future in JYJ, to be quite honest. Especially not with Yuchun the way he is. Honestly, I think both Jae-jung and Chia, they like know that they're kind of all right by themselves and they don't really need to rely on each other. And I think with all of the things that's going down with their group, that it's probably best for them to stay separate. But I don't know if they may, get back together again. If they do, it's probably going to be just Shia and Jae-jung. Let's see. Well, Miriam, did you watch the reading that I dropped of BTS? You know, you're right. You on to something. Yeah. Taeyong has a very, very, very heavy energy. And that's probably another reason why I like sort of broke away from him. Because his energy is very heavy. And like, we both, I can't be sitting there, someone with depression and then sit there and be biased in someone who I feel like has depression because like it just doubles down. Like it's because I feel like especially when I used to look at Tay, like I felt it, like, and I'm like, I can't look at you because it just hurts. Like it feels odd, it feels heavy. I don't know what this feeling is, but I can't look at you right now. I have to go. What are your thoughts on Jungkook and the tattoo girl? Jungkook seems like he's a very cute, playful young guy. So I do think if it was a fake tattoo, he probably went there, to get it done, and it was more like, hey, can you give me a fake tattoo? I think she went out of her way. Here's how I feel like it probably happened. She went out of her way and drew that little thing on him, and he probably laughed and gave her a back hug. And I really think that's all that is to it. If he has a girlfriend and she's his girlfriend, I'm like, okay. like it's just, I just don't really care. I'm like, they're all grown adult men. They're all grown adult men. Hey, Fanatic by Choice. I know I'm late, sis, but hey. Let's see. Yeah, Yuchun from JYJ is apparently on that crack, girl. Girl, he on that stuff. Girl, I by the time that came out, yeah, I think he's gonna lay low. I don't think he's gonna do anything from here on out. I think he's gonna stay quiet. But yeah, by the time that came out, I just had to head out. Okay, I just had to head out. Like there was nothing else for it. Like at that point, I mean, even before, I was just like, my dude, like you. Anyway, let's see. Oh, thank you, Satanyam. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with some of these. Let's see. That is funny. Tiblachu, like, yeah. He's a diva. He's kind of a diva. Like you can feel that off of him. I think it's kind of something easy for anyone to kind of feel off of him. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull anything on. What is this? What is this? Is this coming out? Yeah, they don't mesh well, but I don't know why. Where did my deck go? What in the heck? What? Why do I only have one card? What is going on? Okay, well, I guess I'll just use this deck. And okay, let me see if I could pull something. Maybe I dropped it on the floor. Did I drop it? Did I somehow drop it? No, I didn't drop it. Girl, I don't know what happened. Okay, let me see if I could pull some sort of energy between them. Okay, so I get wild, but I get selling out. Okay, let me zoom out because I can't see what y'all see, and I'm zoomed into the comments. I get selling out. You know, this kind of looked like that one, the Blackpink comeback photos. But anyway, and wild. I don't know what's wild about this, but it seems like maybe there's a sense of betrayal that comes from the Blackpink members for some reason. Let me get my Moo Oracle cards out, see if anything comes out. I don't know why 2NE1 would feel like that Blackpink sold them out. Unless they like. Okay, so we get from the Moo Dog Oracle, sad and balance. So I think 2NE1 is just pretty much upset at the unfairness of the treatment, the unfairness at the level of respect or the chances received. Okay. Yeah, new experiences in focus. So it's just like the attention that they get was a lot different from them. And then it's just like they have a new and different experience than 2NE1 had in YG. And so there's a bitterness and a resentment. Apparently there's some sort of feeling of somebody betrayed them or somebody in Blackpink was a sellout. I don't know. They felt like they was disrespected or someone feels like they was disrespected by somebody in Blackpink. Oh, there's the Oracle cards. It was under a bigger stack of Oracle cards. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. So what I'm feeling is like they don't want to be 2NE1 also doesn't want to be, or at least maybe I don't know if this can be for all of the members, but they don't want to be in the same space where they can feel like or witness or have to experience the difference in treatment. So that could also be a thing. Fruition and darkness. Yeah, it's just a bunch of negative feelings towards them, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back into the chat. You are a tarotist? Oh yes. At first I thought you should ask me, Borrow, I thought you asked me if I was a tattoo artist. I was gonna say, oh no, ma'am. I don't even have a single tattoo. Yeah, like who was watching them? Oh my, like I'm sitting here like who was watching them from the security camera? That had to be a saying. Like, how are you in there and getting the security camera and just to zoom in on this man? A part of me is just like I really just hope they get lovers and just come the heck out with whoever they're dating. So all the toxic fans that just can't stand seeing them dating someone can just gone somewhere because that's just annoying. Yeah, Lynette, I'm really hurt by how DBSK turned out. I absolutely loved and adored them. I was in love with their music. I love them so much. I didn't even realize how much they were a part of my childhood. So, and I'm up there. So, they were part of my childhood. DBSK, BOA, all of them. So, it's sad to see what they turned out to be or what happened to them. Marco, a possible relationship with Lisa next year. Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. What did I think about the actress couple? I know absolutely nothing about them. I just did a reading on them, and I was just like, okay, this is it. I don't know anything about them, so sorry. Who's the cleanest in their private life? I don't know. I don't know. Um, is Rose going to go solo this year? I don't know. When I start doing their solo readings or individual readings for each particular member, I'll see if anything like that comes up. I'm not an army. I don't really like BTS, but I believe that even BTS are celebs. Even if BTS are celebs, they're not like gods. They're just humans, and all humans deserve to be in a relationship with people they love. Exactly. Like, honestly, leave idols alone. They can date whoever they want to. It's kind of weird the difference between. Well, I can't really say that. It's usually this is something that happens with younger idols or people who've been with idols since they were younger. I was gonna say it's not necessarily like that in America, but I think they freaked out over Justin Bieber and all of those younger singers or whatever. But they don't really freak out about older celebrities dating. They just don't care anymore by that time. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the younger celebrities, the ones who were kind of active since they were childhood, since they were in their teenage years, people are kind of crazy about when they start dating, but older people they don't really care. If that made sense. Let's see, isn't okay, so Lynette, I'm not like that kind of reader, like with dates and birthdays. I'm not like a chart reader or, I like astrology, but I don't really know enough to tell you if that's a sort of compatible birthday or number. I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask about that. I'm sorry. Um, Do I watch Running Man? No, I don't watch Running Man. I've seen clips of it, but it looks really freaking cute. More and fun, more of it looks really fun. The only thing of Running Man that I've watched, I believe, was a very, very old XO Running Man. And I only kind of watched clips of that. Um, why is Sarah so reliable with past, present situations, but with future, it's quite like an old person giving you advice instead of air. I don't know, sis. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. I used to do this as a hobby and then I just started posting videos because I figured, hell, if I'm going to read on these idols, maybe, somebody else would enjoy it. So it wasn't something that I started. When I started this channel, I wasn't thinking, oh man, I'm a professional reader. I'm about to really, when I first started, I was just like, hey, I'm learning how to read cards. I like idols. They like idols. Might as well share the experience. So I don't know. I feel like YG just said other girls would get solo and give Jenny one because he literally deleted that post saying Rose would get one. Rose, I have to keep remembering her name is Rose. Let's see. How bad is this the same issue with BTS? Seems like there's more each day. And Jungkook mentioned that he gets lots of um, calls from them. Yeah, that's. I don't know how bad it is. I'm pretty sure it's really bad, honestly. I don't know why. You know what? I was going to say I don't know why they hide it so much. Yeah. Or this is, I just get the card for discernment. I was going to say I don't know why they hide it so much, but I think what it is to purposely, realization, yeah, is to purposely not display the behaviors of Sasaengs in order to not give them attention, because when soccer fans get attention, they continue to act out and they continue to do more so they can get more of themselves into the news and more proof of them getting close to these idols. So I think it's a very smart tactic that they're using to not actually show Sasaengs being Sasaengs. Um, yeah, like it's not going to stop them, but it will definitely probably keep them from getting a lot worse, because we've seen, for those of you who've been in the game for a while, we've seen DBSK sayings. Remember when Shia tried to go to the coffee shop and you thought like it was nighttime outside and it was just nothing but fans piled all the way to the top of the like window pane, just stacked on each other, covering the entire glass of the restaurant. That was crazy. That was crazy. So I think they just don't want to give those people that kind of attention, because the more attention you give them, the more they act out, the more they want to film themselves stalking you and harassing you, and it just gets out of hand. Do I accept fan art of myself? Sure. I mean, if you guys are talented, I mean, if you guys are artists and you guys are talented artists, y'all up here do your little art thing. Art is beautiful. I would love to see what you guys draw of me. I mean, hopefully not like this though, because this is not a look. This is not a look today. This is not a look, okay? But yes, I'll accept. fan arts of me. Um, I would definitely look forward to seeing what you guys create. Um, that's a good question. If Jungin wants to try to have a solo profession, what do I want to use? I don't know why I'm so drawn to this deck. It somehow kills me on the inside. More so than wants to. I just keep seeing cards saying that he has a lot of potential for solo work. Okay, trust. Trust what? What are we trusting? Ooh, okay. Okay, so I get trust, hunger, action, self-love. So I feel like it's saying trust is gonna happen eventually. Because I really want to say he loved himself so daggone much. He gonna be like, y'all gonna see me today. Okay, he's gonna look. Kai is a person who was born to be in the spotlight. He's also, in my opinion, someone who is born to not have to share his spotlight. And that's just my opinion. I'm not even a Kai fan in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's just that he has so much of a charisma of sort and an intensity about him and such a divitude that I'm like, girl, give him his own spotlight, please. I seen this one thing. It's a joke that me and my sister actually make with each other, and it was Taemin and Kai on this show, and they asked them to dance together, and Kai was like, he can dance by himself. That's what he said about saying that. He was like, he can dance by himself, and I'm like, look, Kai don't need to share no spotlight with nobody. Kai is not about to share no spotlight with nobody. Okay. So eventually, Kai will probably, I don't know, do something solo. Because I think he thinks he's deserving of it. So I'm pretty sure he'll push for it. Let's see. um, let's see. Because of so much of what we do in our present affects the future. Yep. Yep. Yes, the sayings are freaking scary as hell. I'm saying it because of my own experience with Tao reading from my city. She got right every detail from my past, present, but the futures and yeah, it be like that sometimes. It really does. Because and it's really because like I say, the future is ever changing. The future is ever changing. And then it's a thing where once we say something is going to happen in the future and you know about it, there's always something that's going to change about it. Sometimes it'll still happen exactly the way you say it, but it's once it's out there in the open, there's always a space for it to completely change. So that's why the future can be very difficult for some because, I mean, example, like if I'm doing a reading for somebody, I'm like, girl, I'm seeing your man's gonna step out on you. He gonna step out on you in next week. And she say, oh, well, we have a dinner party next week. Yeah, I'm seeing that girl. He's going to stay. He going to go over there. He going to flirt with homegirl on that day. That's what's going to happen. Once I tell her that, and she decide her man's not coming out with her that night, so he's going to be at home, you know what I'm saying? Then whatever I predicted doesn't happen. Or like, same instance, I'm like, okay, well, your man's going to step out on you, or she decides, homegirl or homeboy, whatever, decides, well, they're going to break up with him. Then it doesn't happen. So it's like when you're reading into the future, once we tell you something, it's subject to change. Let's see. Thank you, Tabitha. Let's see. Yeah, tarot reading, I do it because I just think I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I love to see I kind of view them as stories that come out. So I'm like, I love to see the stories that come out of them, or I love to feel the energies like, okay, so what am I feeling when I'm reading? And I just love to tell you guys, well, this is what I'm experiencing, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm seeing happening. So, whether it comes true or not, it's just very fun and interesting to do. And I always, tell you guys exactly what I pull. It's not nothing like where I'm sitting here like, you know what, I'm going to make up this story. No, no. I'm just like, okay, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to tell you. And you guys know if I do a reading on something, like if you ask me something and I don't know, I'm just going to tell you, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. It's nothing that it's nothing that's worth manipulating. It's nothing that's, it's just a hobby. You just do it and you enjoy it. And I just like sharing it with you guys. So if you enjoy it, it's here for you guys to, sit back and enjoy. So, don't take everything too seriously. We gonna take it seriously if it happens, and then we can, talk about it and do whatever, have fun. Let's see. Um, which one happened? What happened with 2 p.m. Jocelyn? A Sesang situation that happened at 2 p.m. I can't remember that one. Oh yeah, that's like my most popular reading. Yeah. Yeah, that was again, that was definitely towards yeah, somebody was talking about I think 2 p.m. Sasang fans. Um but yeah, that Jimin and Jonghyun is my like I think my most popular reading. Is my most popular reading. I didn't know that many people were interested in that, so it's really funny. Oh well, while I'm here, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell. We're gonna try to do chats like this every Saturday. I know, selfless promotion, but I gotta do it. So, you know, I would appreciate the thumbs up if you like things that like this. It lets me know if you guys want to do this and more often. So it helps with feedback. I appreciate it a lot. Um, what's my favorite deck? So my soul deck is actually the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is the first deck that my youngest sister brought me. Well, forced me to buy. Excuse me. She didn't buy it. She forced me to buy it. I loved the way it looked, but at the same time, I'm like, this looks super creepy and scary. So I'm like, I shouldn't get this. But she was like, look, this is your soul deck. And it was weird that she told me that because she just wanted me to use it just because. And she was just like, trust me, this is your soul deck. And I got it. And it definitely was. I used that for a lot of readings in my earlier stage of reading. Right now, if I say I had another favorite deck besides that, it would probably be the Alice and I think it's like the Wonderland Tarot, Alice in Wonderland Tarot, or the Tarot in Wonderland. That's one of my favorites right now. I'm constantly getting lots of new decks. I love, love, love getting new decks. Thank you. Thank you, Satanya. Um, For the thing at 2 p.m. that happened, Taekyon received the. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yes, do more live chats for sure. Okay, I will do more live chats because I'm pretty sure there should be a lot that's going to be going down towards the end of this year. So I'm sure that there's going to be lots of drama for us to come and talk about. Let's see. I've already done the follow, like, and notification bell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Wee Mouse. Really appreciate it. Girl, I don't know if he has a Latina soulmate. I really don't know. I cannot tell you the ethnicity of whomever his soulmate is. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I don't know, sis. I really don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What has been my favorite reading? Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite reading. My favorite reading. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay. I think probably one of my most interesting one that's coming up to me is the feelings of how BTS and EXO feel about each other, because both of them are my bias groups. I love them both. Um, I am an ARMY though before EXO-L, but they're both like really really close. Like they're like really close for me. So, um, but I was ARMY beforehand, and I kind of stayed ARMY. Um, but that was probably one of my most interesting one, and it's because you know why? Suho's energy is crazy. Suho's energy is crazy. I think my twice Jimin and Junghyun was my most funniest somewhat reading, because it was so much going on there, and I just felt so much divitude and so much sass and so much ugliness that kept going on. I'm what is happening here? Um, Anything that like I said, the BTS and EXO reading, because Suho was so very prominent and the overwhelming energy of all of EXO, rather than it being like the EXO members, it was just more like Suho's thoughts versus how he feels about BTS, which is interesting. So that was a very interesting reading for me. And I don't know if I uploaded one, but I think it was one I did on Lay. I don't know. But yeah, those I believe are the ones that I can think of at the top of my head that are my favorites, or at least most interesting. Let's see. Do I think that YG artists will come back strong? Where's the other Oracle deck? Oh my god, I gotta stop doing this because I keep losing it every time I put it under this deck here. Well, let's see. Well, if they don't chase one of the Blackpink members out of the group beforehand, I get the card for darkness, so I don't know. Like, even if they come back strong, okay, why am I getting masculine? The new CEO's a woman, right? The unexpected. What is going on? Okay, so I'm getting darkness and masculine, but then I'm also getting self-love in the unexpected. So it's like two contradicting energies. I don't know if it may change under the female CEO, because she didn't seem much different from the male. I'm gonna be honest, she didn't seem no different. But since it's the unexpected that comes up, it may be something that changes. So I don't think they're going to. I don't know if they're going to make a strong comeback, because if this masculine energy is still ever present, then there may be some things that will still hold them back, but I definitely think they'll come back pretty decently. Will YG go to jail? I hope so. I hope so. That's petty. But, let's see. Will YG go to jail? Mm. No, I'm kind of just seeing him being okay. I do see him being knocked off of his pedestal, but besides that, I'm seeing like okay, I'm seeing him being knocked off. Let me zoom out so I can make sure I can see. I'm sure I'm seeing him kind of knocked off of that pedestal that he may have, because that's in reverse. And I think that's kind of the completion of that cycle for him. I think he's going to probably walk a free man. And then if it's going to be because I don't think they'll be able to find evidence on him. Like they won't be able to pick, because all of these sheets are blank. So I feel like they're not going to be able to really pinpoint. Like they have stuff on him, but somehow I feel like it's going to be like, oh, it's not enough to really, do anything. My favorite shiny era. My favorite. Okay. Oh no, I like that one too. Okay. Dang. I roasted Ring Ding Dong era a lot because of Junghyun's hair, the lasagna hair. But I think my favorite shiny era. I can't choose. I actually really I really like replay era. I do like the beginnings. But I think it's still the Ring Ding Dong era is my favorite. I'm gonna have to go with the Ring Ding Dong era. I think they were most powerful. They were like probably they were so funny during the Ring Ding Dong era. Ring Ding Dong era had Hello Baby. Ring Ding Dong era had a few of those shows that I really liked. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Ring Ding Dong era. I'm gonna have to go with that one. Final answer. Tay likes daddies, Lord. Girl. Girl. Well, that's what the card say, sis. Yeah. You said I said most artists, and that man is the worst. He really is. He really is. Tabitha said, "Lock him up, girl, for real." Um, um, let's see. I'm actually worried. I'm actually worried for G Min. Honestly, even with this diva thing, I think that he's in a temporary phase of rebellious darkness. I agree. But let me tell you something. G Min has always had this darkness. It was always there. But Jimin had control over himself. He had self control. Um, but I think also part of that coping with that is also his need for praise. So Jimin has a lot of things that's kind of going on with him. Um, but yeah, I do think this is a temporary phase of him kind of at a peak of rebellious divaness that may go really bad. Yeah, Jimin really loves the members. Susan G, I went back and listened to your predictions for BTS June through September. Wow, you're amazing. Your accuracy is right. Let me say thank you, Susan. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if I tell y'all all the time. After I do a reading, I always usually forget it. So unless somebody literally actively tells me, hey girl, you predicted something, like, or this came true, I would literally sit there and let that mess pass, like, and just never know that I actually predicted something. Unless it's something that resonated with me so strongly and I notice it, happen. Like one thing I was going to tweet before, I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? I predicted in this is a little bit off topic, but I predicted what was it? and the scandal with Tati and what's that boy name, James Charles, that the situation wasn't over because there was somebody else who was going to come out and snitch or have something to say. And then apparently Shane Dawson is coming out now with some new thing. And I don't even follow any of this stuff, but I like Aphrodite. So every once in a blue moon, I go back to Aphrodite and see what he's been reading on, or, what's, been happening, to see if there's anything interesting that I like. And sometimes I just settle for something I really don't care about just because I just love the way he reads. But yeah, so I heard Shane Dawson or whatever is out there putting something out there that actually has Tati and James Charles in it. So I was like, okay, so this is that thing. This is that thing that I was talking about in that reading, that somebody else is going to come out and start spilling tea. Replay, replay, replay. I have the remix bumping in my car. I used to have that bumping in my car all the time. Let's see. My favorite BTS era is probably the same that I think most people always complain about, but it's Wings. Wings era is my absolute favorite era. It's completely my style. And Wings era gave me Vic's feels, which is, I'm actually a big fan of Vic's, by the way. I love their aesthetic. I love the Concept Kings. I love that kind of image and artistry. So Wings era gave me all of that. The instruments that were in there, because it was like real instruments that I was hearing in Jimin's Lie, and or at least I felt like I was listening to real instruments. Like the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears era, excuse me. The Blood, Sweat, and Tears music video was so beautiful and artistic, and I loved it. So it's that one, and I don't know how to pronounce I think it's like HYY. Yeah, y'all know that one. But the one with butterfly on it, and you have the swimming pool and all of that. Those are my two favorite eras of BTS. Yes, sort of. Satang, yes, I am able to sort of pick out. I did a video, my Valentine's Day reading kind of does show that I kind of, with the cards that come out, I can tell whether they're going for someone a little more masculine or a little more feminine, or a masculine feminine person, or a feminine masculine person, or y'all know what I mean. But yeah, so I kind of, that's how I base it off of. Like, if I'm drawn for someone in the love interest, and they're a male, and I get a King of Cups, or I get a King of Wands, and I obviously know that they're kind of looking for a masculine energy or a masculine presenting person. That's how I read it. And if they're a girl and they get the love interest, a Queen of Cups or something, I know they're looking for someone who's more feminine, female presenting. Luna, who are you talking about? I feel like I missed something right here. Oh yeah, yeah, girl. My favorite song from the Wings album is First Love. I literally have cried to that song. So my favorite one out of them is First Love, and then I think it's like Tay's song. Someone said ships aren't real. I mean, some of them aren't. Let's see. I think that may be He could have some childhood trauma. Um, hey, you still going out? Or you changed your mind? Who, me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going. I told you I was going to go out like around 10 because if I go out and then I come back. It's still open? Yeah, they don't close till 11, but if I go out, I just didn't want the food to be like super cold, you know? Oh, no, it'll be fine. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. Ooh, hold up. Let's see. Hey, Squishy Tay, sorry. You want? Did I not give you a career reading like what 2 weeks ago? Go ahead, because I do little free things every now and then on my Saturdays. So, message me on Twitter. Remind me on Twitter, and I'll get back to you. Okay. Huh? Oh, girl, I'm breaking out. This is the camera just can't pick it up. But I use is it okay, so it's like the cocoa butter Vaseline, the one that comes in the little I use that. I use that, and then I also use every now and then like um raw castor oil, like every now and then, like a little bit of that. So I just do that. Okay, so my personal readings are 25. So if you want me to just do a general reading, that's just kind of how much it is. I used to have an actual whole list of different types of readings that you could go ahead and choose from. And when I find a place to really post it, because it's kind of long, I'll post it for you guys to look at and choose, because I have smaller ones that are even less than that. But I just don't know them off the top of my head. I made it like 2 years ago, and I just never use it. But a general reading is 25. I'll pull some cards and read for you. If you want to ask some questions, you can go ahead and ask some questions. I usually prefer that the questions are a little bit on topic, because some people will ask about a career reading and then be like, okay, now tell me about G Cook. And I'm like, okay, hold on, man. That's a whole different energy. That's a whole different thing we're going into now. So, yeah. But that's for with the $25 one. I'll do a reading, answer a few questions, and I send you a link. It's an audio recording, so you just push play and you'll just hear it. And then anyway, my cat's asking questions, and then my video is 35, and so that's because it's a lot to actually edit and get it exported and then put it on here, because my computer is really slow. The prices may or may not go down as soon as I get something that's actually powerful enough for me to push out videos so much easier for you guys. Then it would be a lot more easier for me to supply you guys with things that you need or request of me. Okay, Squishy Tay, just just message me on Twitter and I'll try to clear up some things for you if I can. Okay, for you, it would still be the same price. I'll just use a personality, the archetype cards for you, Miriam. It's just the same price. It's kind of a flat rate at this point. Right now, I kind of just have a flat rate. If you want a reading, it's 25. My ears are ringing. Oh my God, why? Um, but yeah. Are you good at manifesting? Um, yeah, but it doesn't work the way. Okay, so more so I have a habit of sort of speaking about things and then they happen. Um, it wouldn't be something that I was actually trying to manifest. It'll be something like, hey, if I mention Like before long after Invaders Zim was canceled, there was this thing where there was no talk about it, but then it was just like all of a sudden, I'm having this conversation, I'm bringing up Invaders Zim, I'm talking to my sister, and I'm like, yo, I would love an Invaders Zim come back, da da da. And then 2 weeks later, it's just like Invaders Zim's coming back with a movie. You know what I mean? So I'm sort of good at speaking things into existence. So yeah, I guess. I encourage you all to get a reading with the lines. Oh, thank you, Carolina Blue Lotus. I appreciate that so much. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Squishy Tay. Come on now, hush. You're all right. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Let's see. I wish I was like that. I think manifest would be good. Manifesting kind of worries me a bit because, like I said, I have my own problems and, I have anxiety and I have a lot of things. I'm like that type of person, like somebody steps outside and I'm like, oh my God, what if this, that, and the third happens to them? So I'm very scared of having this ability or being able to manifest things too much because I feel like I'm too panicky. And if I think too badly about something, I don't want it to happen. And then if it happens, then I'm going to blame myself. So that's why I kind of stay away from attempting to learn how to manifest things, unless it's just like literally for myself personally. But yeah, I have too much anxiety for that. Oh, thank you, Machiel. Oh, nice, Tabitha. Thank you for following my Twitter. So I have a question. Not saying you guys are fans of this, but who is going to actually look at this SuperM video when it drops? Girl, T Blachu, $1 million in your bank account? Yes, ma'am. I wish it for you. I wish it for me too. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I want to see kind of what they're going to bring. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the teaser and I'm like, this looks like the Don't Mess Up My Tempo, but like a remix. Um, I had to look up what the heck jopping was, y'all. I was like, what is jopping? And then I found out and I'm like, oh, this word doesn't need to exist. It does. It does look like it was gonna be like that. They used a lot of money. I look good on the helicopter, I will say. Yeah, I'm curious about what the sound is gonna be like. And I will say this also. I don't think it's always the greatest idea to put the most talented people or at least too many extremely talented people in one group, if that makes sense, because I feel like it ends up clashing and it loses its not authenticity, but it loses this realness, like this connect, like you don't really connect to it as much as you connect to someone who you see grow, or a group that you see, oh, they're, this is good. But I could see, like, when you're looking forward to improvement in people, like the balance. So I feel like, yeah, the dynamics. Thank you. That is the word that I'm looking for. I agree with you on the group dynamics of SM. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, I'll do one on size label. I'll probably do a short video and record that and upload that. Yeah, it's too many good people in one setting. It's too many. It's just kind of like, sis, this is a bit too much. Not it's they not bad, ain't nothing wrong with them. Just to make sure that that's clear, it's just, it's a lot. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Very manufactured, very desperate move for SM. I think that the disingenuousness about it is just kind of, yeah, it's also a bit overwhelming. Yeah, it's there. Them companies like whatever. Yeah. Chief Lachu, for real though. No, for real. You are like for real. Like I just be sitting there like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Let's see, it's sad to see the members conceive that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, a question in a video about myself. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I will totally do something like that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Um, Send me questions on, or I'll make a Twitter post and I will put like question and answers, and you guys can, I guess, list what questions that you have for me, and then I'll make a video answering those. I did a reading on Michael Jackson. I did that for I didn't record it, but I did that personally for myself. I kind of got a feeling like, irregardless, I kind of got this feeling of no, but irregardless, his reputation is ruined. Like, there's no clearing his name. And here's how I feel generally about Michael Jackson. Love him. Absolutely love him. But regardless of if he, did something to these children or not, the fact of the matter is he had an inappropriate relationship with these kids. And that's just the fact of the matter. And some people may not like to hear that, but you don't make a giant bed and sleep with a whole bunch of other people's kids. You just don't do that. And there's nobody in their right mind, if he wasn't a celebrity, that would just let some man, as a man that they don't know, sleep in the bed with their children. It's not natural. It's something, you know what I'm saying? It's just not natural. So although I don't like, I would love to believe that he didn't, do anything to these kids, and I truly don't know anything for a fact. I'm not going to step over the voices of people who still assume that he was, or who believe him. And I think the sister even, kind of, she was like completely against Michael after that as well. I think she said the same thing, like, irregardless. Yes, Michael was abused as a child. Michael has had a lot of trauma. So something that my grandfather even said, he said he doesn't put it past him because Michael has been abused as a child. Michael has been mentally off since he was young. Michael is scared of adults. He wouldn't put it past him to only be able to cope with children and only be able to kind of, so that's my thing. I always have a thing where I'm like, I'm not going to step over or argue against anybody that believes somebody is someone potentially dangerous or potentially hurtful. I'm not going to do that, or at least I'm going to try my very best to not do that. So I hope that clears up an answer, that's a clear sort of answer for you. Um, yeah. Yeah. And the parents, now what I did know those two the two white men. I knew they were lying. I even pulled for them. I knew they were lying. I knew they were lying for a fact. But Maybe he was stuck at, yes, Wishy Tay, definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I can't put it past him. I just can't. So okay, so this is my thing. Although I actually really like doing readings like this, I don't really do them often because I do, for those of you who don't know, like I can literally have a spirit sort of step in and sort of, move or have me write things. And so I don't like to do things on people who have passed because of the pressure and feel of them trying to speak through me. So I don't really touch on people who have crossed over much. So yeah, I'll read on a situation, like, like example the Michael Jackson. I'm like, did he, actually do this thing or not? I'll read on the situation, but reading about them personally, sometimes, it's a bit stressful and I feel personally dangerous, so I don't really do it. Any thoughts on Rihanna? I like Rihanna a lot. I don't know if she's pregnant or not, though. I wonder if she's actually pregnant. I don't feel like she's going to be putting out music. I feel like she's going to be buying. Rihanna is going to be like starting a new business of some sort or buying a new building. Or not working and settling down with a lover. So it's one of the two or both. Okay. Yeah. It's actually horrifying. It's horrifying. So let's see. What do you feel? Only do what you feel comfortable with, especially with time. Yeah. Thank you. Let's see. How do you open your third eye? I never thought of opening my third eye. I never sat there looking, sat there. I was like, I need to open my third eye. I've always had these experiences since I was young where I knew something was there. Like from seeing shadow people, from literally having a ghost watch me. I was in the bathroom. I don't know how old I was, maybe like 16. And I was in the bathroom. I got up. I don't know if I heard a voice beforehand. I don't know, but I got up. And I went to the bathroom. And I sat there, and it was like there's a mirror literally in front of the toilet. There's a mirror in front of the toilet, and under the mirror sat a little girl. She looked like either she was white or white Latina, but she was pale. It was definitely that kind of powder blue one. She had brunette hair. She was not black. And she was just sitting there like looking up at me. And I'm looking dead in the face. Like this mess was like straight out of like a horror film. So I'm looking, but I have this personality about me. So I'm looking dead in the face of this little girl with these powder pale eyes looking at me like this. And I just look at her. I stare at her. She sits there and I get up. I wash my hands. I walk out the bathroom. I go in my sister's room and I sleep with her. Like it was no reaction past that. So the next morning we both sit up at the same time, right? And I'm like, Keisha, I'm like, sis, I had the weirdest experience last night. She was like, me too. I couldn't sleep. And I'm like, okay, you go first. And she was like, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And she was like, I know this is going to sound weird, but there was this girl hovering over you. And she was just like this. And she was like, and she was just floating and staring at you like you were the most loving person or lovable or cute or something. And I'm like, By this time, like, I'm sitting up and my eyes are wide and I'm like, girl, you, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right? You have to be kidding me. Please tell me you're joking. And she looks at me and she's like, no, I'm so serious. Like, I swear to you, I saw this little girl. And that's when I tell her what I saw. And then we're both like freaked out. So yeah, that happened. Another time I was downstairs. I don't know why this happens to me when I'm in the bathroom. It's the most unpleasant time to see a ghost. So I'm downstairs, I'm in the bathroom, and the whole living room is dark, and I'm looking out the door because I had the door open because it was so dark down there, and I didn't want to turn on all the lights, but I felt like I wanted to see outside of the room that I was in, and it looks like this big, tall, dark shadow mass leaning with his hand on the back of my grandfather's couch. And I'm just sitting there looking at this, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm like, I'm just seeing things. I'm tired. I'm seeing things, whatever. The next day, I come downstairs in the daytime. I'm talking to my grandfather who's sitting on the couch, or I'm like going to go sit on his couch. And there is a handprint, a big handprint, like pressed into the sofa where like I saw the figure. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, nah, maybe one of them came by. So I'm like trying to brush it out and it wouldn't go away. So yeah, those are my 2 stories of seeing ghosts. Oh no, I have another one. I don't know. I'm that type of person, Squishy Tay. How am I so calm when this happens? I'm that type of person where my first panic button is to calm the frick down. Like, it's just like, calm down. Because it's just like when you're so scared, you're like, you're not going to be able to make rational decisions if you're panicked. So I'm like, I have to calm down. My first reaction is calm down because I'll probably kill myself. Like stressing or panicking at that moment. So one time I'm in the supermarket broad day and I'm going down an aisle and I look behind me because I hear a cart. And I see this old black man in white hair, and he's coming, he's pushing the cart, he's coming up. So I'm like, oh, dang, let me move out this old man's way. I push my cart to the side, and I look, and there's nobody in the aisle. Nobody at all. Like, nobody is in the aisle. And so I called my sister, and I'm like, sis, like, I swear to God, like there was this old man who was coming by me and I moved the cart so he can come by me and he wasn't there. Like there was nobody there. And so that was crazy. Sorry. I was talking. Hold on. Let me see what you guys have been saying. Let's see. A video on how you do your readings would be so interesting. How do you prep and choose your decks? Oh, okay, cool. I will surely make that. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Okay, Carolina Blue, you're interested in that? I will definitely, do something like that for you. Let's see. I'm sorry, Machi. I didn't mean to creep everybody out before bedtime. Let's see. Have I tried astral projection? I've attempted it. But it was something that I realized would not be safe for me because so the way I work is apparently I have not all of the clairs, but a good majority of them. But it's almost like, the bop it toy, bop it, twist it, pull it. It literally works like that for me. They come on at different times. It's like, I don't know, 1 year or, maybe 1 month I'm going to be seeing ghosts. And then the next time I'm smelling things that are not there. Like I can literally feel like I'm smelling through my screen. I'll be watching a YouTube video and I'm like, why am I smelling cigarettes? Why am I smelling this from this YouTuber? You know what I'm saying? Another time, I guess I'll just start hearing things. It kind of switches for me. It's kind of weird. Another month. Oh yeah. One more experience I had. if I don't creep you guys out. This is the last one, I promise. I'm playing games with my sister, and we're playing the video games. And I think she asked me something. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Like, she was like, can you get my something? And I was like, okay, hold on. And she was just like, I don't think she asked me again, but I felt like two hard taps. Now, let's say she's on this side of me, but I felt it on this side of me. So it was like a hard, like two fingers pressed into my shoulder like that. And I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Like, why are you tapping me so hard? I turn around. Homegirl has the control in her hand. She got the control in her hand, like, and she's looking at me like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you didn't have to tap me so hard. She still has the control in her hand, like, I didn't touch you. And I'm like, girl, I felt two fingers press really hard into my shoulder 2 times. Like, girl, get it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. And I just kind of ignored it. I've never seen ghosts, but I've seen creepy shadow beings. I freaked out and left my house. Yeah, it's for the best. Shadows are usually not they're not good. So yeah, Squishy Tay, that's actually the downside of it. It's the when you explore spirituality, it's just like a social event. You go and you meet people, and you're going to meet both good and bad people. You're going to be pleasant and unpleasant people. It's same on the spiritual side of things. Once you open that door, or your third eye, however you want to view it, it, at least in my experience, it becomes a space for you to be very open to whatever comes into your space, or whatever was always there, but now you're actively being able to hear, see, feel, smell, experience whatever is there. So, it depends on how deep into spirituality you want to go. But my experience won't be everybody's experience the same as everybody. So, but it's just my viewpoint on it. Bella, I will do a video reading on text eventually. Can I read? Can anyone read tarot cards? Anyone can read cards. Anyone can read cards. There are a lot of people who have no spiritual gifts and read cards. Just read them. For anybody who wants to, I would suggest start off with an oracle deck. Don't start off with tarot, unless you like studying, and I don't. So I have like a very I have a medium grasp of every tarot card in here, like a very loose grasp of it. Well, not very loose. I have a medium grasp of every card, but unless you like studying, and there's 78 cards in each tarot deck, and then you have to count that in reverse, so it's double that. So unless you want to put in that work for tarot, go ahead. But I would suggest starting off with oracles. Oracles will get you prepared for tarot very easily, and oracles can be just as accurate, if not more. So they're just as good. They're really just as good. But with oracles, they're best paired with tarot, or best paired with multiple layers of oracle decks. Excuse me, hiccup. You feel like Tabichu, you feel like you have a negative energy field around me, around you. Sorry. Well, you can work on ways to cleanse it. You can do sage. You can do a meditation of positive thoughts. You can do a calling to the universe meditation, cleansing of your own spirit. You can do go on YouTube, and they're like soundscapes of whatnot that can help cleanse that kind of energy. Burning white candles is very good as well. Oh, hell no, Luna. See that? That would have creeped me the hell out. Luna says, I've seen a male pail of hands reflecting on a window I was opening. As I was opening it, I would have closed that mess and locked it so quick, just to be on the safe side. Like, I don't know what realm you in, but you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. Yes, I got sleep paralysis. I have had sleep paralysis, but my eyes were closed. I haven't seen anything crazy, but I've experienced something crazy. Yeah. But that's a scary story for another time. It's getting even closer to bedtime. Because I know some of y'all may have school tomorrow. Let's see. Squishy Tay, did you start off at tarot or did you start off at oracle? The difference between tarot and oracle is tarot usually follows a Rider-Waite-Smith kind of style. So all of the cards are practically the same and have the same meaning and it follows an order like swords, wands, cups, and pentacles or coins. So it's a distinct way of using it. Example, like how spades or goldfish. There's a distinct way to play it. That's how tarot is. Now oracles, they all come with different kinds of messages on them. These don't have a distinct way to use them per se. They do have ways to use them as instructions in the books, but there's not a distinct order of things like this is not going to tell me that these suits are for this, that, you may have some that do that, but you can just pull these in and relate to them however you want to. But these have specific meanings, very, very specific meanings according to each number, according to each suit, according to each element. And I made a mess, but according to each element. So yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. Oracle comes with many different themes and many different ways of talking to you. Tarot do too, but it's different. It's completely different. Also, Oracle can come in many different numbers of cards. You can have, and Rider-Waite is always 78. Always 78. Sometimes they give you extra card, but it's always 78. That's your regular tarot or Rider-Waite. Oracle can have 44, 45, 50, 70, 80, 10, 30. Doesn't really matter. It just comes with a certain number of cards, depending on what the artist wants. Let's see. She had just got the eggs out. There was no brownies in sight, huh? Let's see. I don't have any spirituality. Okay, let me scroll on down. Let's see. Are mirrors really portals? Yeah. I learned the hard way. Yeah. So, and apparently I'm a mirror child. I used to have a lot of mirrors around me, and so that was a big problem, and that led to me experiencing a lot of things. I had a mirror that was as huge as the wall behind me in one of my houses, my old house. So yeah. Even when I called my own psychic before I was really into this kind of stuff, she called me. She was like, girl, you're a mirror child. And I had like 6 mirrors just laying around in my house. And she was like, you need to get rid of the mirrors, girl. That's why you having so many experiences. That's why that stuff, you have way too many mirrors in your house. I can see it. I can feel it. And I'm like, you are daggone, you were spot on. I have a lot of mirrors. So from my opinion, I'm going to say yes. From my experience, I'm going to say yes, they are. But I'm not somebody that you can say that anything that I say is actual facts. And remember, just please take it with a grain of salt. Everything is from my experience. So there. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay. What Oracle deck do you have, Squishy Tay? Satang, I've had a very weird experience with that. Let's see. I had an experience like that before. And that's because I was bored. And this is how it all really, really went down, where I opened, how you say, the third eye, or I broke open this portal that I didn't want to. I was bored and I was at work and I had my pen and I was sitting there at the front desk and I had this little notepad and I was sitting there and I was lost in my imagination. And I'm like, what if I could, what if I could do that thing that they do in the ghost things in Spirit, right? And I was in my head, I'm not going to curse, messing around. I'm like, if you're here, right, or whatever, right? And I had my hand loose and my hand started moving and I started writing and I drew the little, was it the infinity sign? And then like that same day, like, loved one got into a car accident. I had a lot of bad things happen after that. And then my guides came through and they're like, I met them and they were on some, girl, we don't need you talking to us. We don't need you writing. We don't need you doing any of this stuff. You need to learn how you're not going to be able to differentiate between what's good and what's bad. Like basically they ripped me to shreds. They're like, you're awful at this. Do you know how hard it was to cleanse you of that? It was kind of like I got scolded by, guides or ancestors, however you want to view it. And they're like, I went through a series of testing that was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why you can't, this is why you don't need to be writing. This is why you don't need to be connecting to the dead. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to. We don't even want you to do this. So that's why I don't delve into connecting with the dead. I don't delve into channeling anymore or spiritual writing anymore. I remember not too long ago, I attempted again and they were like, do not, like what came out is stop writing. Do not do it. So I was like, okay, I made a vow. I'm like, I'm never going to do it again. So that's my story behind that. Sata Young. Yum. I've never heard, okay, the psychic oracle. Wait, I think I know what you're talking about, Squishy Tay. I know what oracle you're talking about. Ooh, Squishy Tay, if you're having problems in your house and you have a lot of mirrors, try to get rid of them. Try to get rid of as many of them as you can. I'm going to be very honest with you. From what I heard from my guides, they actually don't really want you to contact them. They're kind of on some, if it's necessary, we'll contact you. And that's kind of what happened to me originally, that there was a necessity for them to contact me. And then they contacted me and they're like, okay, we did what we need to do, but this doesn't mean we want you to continue to delve into doing this type of work. So yeah, my sister's coming in. Hold on. Oh, get out! No. She tried to get out. Yeah. Hey, bro, let me get that lemonade or Coke or whatever you got. Oh, I don't want to be in front of the camera because I'm ugly. You're not ugly. You just look like a suburban mom. That's all. Wow. You got a straw for me? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay. You put that Popeye thing on the camera? They can sponsor you. I wish they would. I wish they would. Girl, she said my sister just told me, asked me if I put my Popeye's cup in front of the camera. She said they can sponsor me if they want. She said that'd be ghetto as hell. And this reading is brought to you by Popeye. I'm over it. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm good now. Everything is okay. But yeah, forcibly opening that gate is a really bad. Long story short, the advice for you is forcing open. Girl, Squishy Tay, you're right. Get them free chicken sandwiches, exactly. But no, forcing open that spiritual gate is not a good idea at all. Not a good idea at all. If your guides want to talk to you, I guarantee you they will. And you will know because a lot of people will start seeing sequences of numbers. And what you do is you look them up and see what they're trying to tell you or what messages is coming for you. It's called angel numbers or synchronicities. So spiritual guides don't have forbidden to tell people about their future or specific situation. I read it somewhere. You know, when I was talking to mine, they had this thing that was like that too. And okay, mine have this they have personalities, and one is a trickster that could be borderline like hard to deal with, and the other one has more of a motherly kind of nature. But if you see just whichever one is repetitive enough to stand out to you that makes you want to look it up, then just do that and you'll see. I'm actually about to close out as well. So everybody, I don't know how long have we been on here? 2 hours. I was actually gonna try to keep it at 2 hours. Good night, Satanyam. So I'm actually gonna close on out now, guys. Because unless y'all have something else y'all want to talk about, but I'm gonna leave a post on Twitter. So if you guys do want a question and answer video, go ahead and leave your questions under the Twitter post, and I will make a video. Yes, what you tell you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow's fine. Good night, everybody. We will reconvene next Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you for coming.